Have you ever noticed how some people wake up, see gray skies, and instantly feel like the day is ruined? I used to be that person, but now gloomy days don't depress me anymore. In fact, I've learned to find peace, beauty, and even happiness on gloomy days. Hi, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, Life with Charlene. Today I want to share something personal with you guys. I want to tell you why gloomy, rainy, cloudy days and snowy days no longer bring me down. For a long time, I thought sunshine determined my happiness. I know seasonal depression is real because I had it. When the weather changed, so did my mood. Why? Because I thought sunshine determined my happiness. But life taught me a better way to see things. I had to stop fighting the weather. For years, I dreaded gloomy days, like they were out to ruin my mood. But then I realized something simple. The weather isn't personal. The sky isn't against me. Gloomy days are just a natural rhythm of the earth. Once I stopped resisting them, I stopped resenting them. I recently stopped using the word gloomy because we had a day where it was really dark outside, it was raining, and it just really was a gloomy day. And I talked to my sister, and she was telling me how she was so depressed because of the weather outside. And I said, "You depressed?" She was like, "Yeah, it's just so gloomy." I said, "Well, maybe we should change the name of it." She's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Let's call it a somber day or a sunless day." I said, "Even better yet, let's call it a dingy day. It's just a dingy day outside. The sun can't come through in its brightness because it's just a dingy day." She's like, "Dingy?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to start calling it a dingy day instead of gloomy." And that just tickled her so bad. So whenever we see a day that's gray and dark, I'm calling it a dingy day. But with the rain and the clouds, days force the world to slow down a little bit. And that's where I find my energy. When the day is dark and dingy, I find so many things to do inside the house. And it actually makes me feel free to know that nobody's coming to knock on my door because it's raining out or it's a, dingy day. And so that just gives me the quietness of a day where instead of feeling stuck, I now treat it as an invitation to rest, read a book, enjoy a cup of coffee, or clean out a closet, or clean out some old papers that I need to get rid of. But I take it as a day to breathe without rushing. Gloomy days become my permission to slip into a peaceful day where I don't have to worry about anybody knocking on my door, no unwanted solicitors. It's a change of pace for me, and I really enjoy gloomy days. They don't bother me anymore, and it's so weird. But before I had this awareness, I only connected sunshine with joy. But now when I see dingy days, they look different to me. I think of cozy sweaters, movies under a blanket, laying in bed watching television, and just the earthy smell after rain. By creating new positive associations, I train my mind to see gray skies as comforting instead of depressing. Because a lot of times it's words. We're so used to words, depression, gloomy. Gloomy just sounds like depression, doesn't it? It's dark or poor lit, devoid of cheer or comfort. So we have to change the meaning of words that we find to be negative. And so I said dingy. Dingy is just a word where it's not as bright as normal or as we would like. So it's just a little dingy day. And think about that. And it makes sense to me. But I learned that mood comes from within. This was a big shift for me. realizing that my happiness can't depend on something as uncontrollable as the weather. If I only feel good when it's sunny, then my joy has a condition to it, and that makes it a fragile condition. But when I choose to find beauty on a gray day, I discover a deeper kind of happiness, one that comes from within. And I have found that my happiness definitely comes from within. I talked to my brother today and I was telling him how I actually laugh and skip through the house, and he was telling me that somebody, if they saw me, they would think, wow, she's a nut. I said, exactly, but that's okay because I'm a happy nut. You know, we had that conversation. Seriously, we did. But beauty exists in every sky. Have you ever noticed how dramatic and powerful a cloudy sky looks? It looks menacing. The way the light breaks through the silver edges of the cloud, the mystery of it all. Sunshine is beautiful, yes, but there's a different kind of poetry in gloom. Once I started paying attention, I saw it everywhere. You can just change the day by your mind, by thinking of positive things, no matter what the weather is. Have you ever watched children when it's raining? They actually like playing in the rain, and they're happy. I hope children don't have seasonal depression. I hope parents don't put that on their children because it's a dingy day outside and they say, oh, I'm so depressed, and then the children pick it up. Let the kids have their fun in the rain, fun in the sun, you know? So no gloomy days don't depress me anymore. They remind me that life isn't always bright and shiny, and that's okay. We need contrast to appreciate light. We need rest to enjoy energy. And we need gray skies to truly value the sunshine when it comes back. If you're someone who dreads gloomy weather, maybe try shifting how you see it. Instead of asking, why is the day so dark? Ask, what gifts does this kind of day bring me? You might be surprised at the peace you'll find. Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. And the next time the sky turns gray, I hope you see a little more beauty in it too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you found anything that you could take away from this video that will help you get through your dingy days, please give me a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll bring you more uplifting and more positiveness to get through your day. All right, you guys, you know I love you so much. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.